The history of courts. How the court system began. Have you ever wondered how courts came into existence? Who decided that disputes between people should be settled in a courtroom? And how did society move from simple community judgments to the modern court systems we see today? To understand this, we must go back to the earliest days of human society. Justice in ancient communities. In ancient times, there were no formal courts like the ones we have today. When conflicts happened, such as theft, land disputes, or violence, people usually brought their complaints to community elders, tribal leaders, or kings. These leaders listened to both sides of the story and made decisions based on customs, traditions, and moral beliefs. Justice during this time depended largely on the wisdom and authority of community leaders. But this system had problems. Decisions were not always consistent, and sometimes they depended on the power or influence of the people involved. As societies grew larger and more complex, people began to realize that justice needed a more organized system. Early written laws and judgment. One of the earliest steps toward organized justice came with the Code of Hammurabi, created by Hammurabi, the king of Babylon, around 1754 BC. This set of laws established clear rules and punishments for many types of disputes and crimes. Once laws were written down, societies also needed official places and officials to interpret those laws. This development slowly laid the foundation for what would later become courts. Courts in ancient civilizations. In ancient Greece and Rome, systems of public judgment became more organized. Citizens could present their cases before officials or councils who would listen to evidence and arguments before making decisions. In ancient Rome, judges and magistrates played important roles in resolving legal disputes. These early systems helped create the idea that justice should follow established procedures rather than personal opinion. The rise of formal court systems. During the Middle Ages, especially in Europe, legal systems began to evolve further. Kings and governments started establishing official courts where trained judges handled disputes and criminal cases. Over time, these courts became part of organized legal systems that followed written laws and legal procedures. One major influence on modern court systems came from the development of common law in England. Under this system, judges relied not only on written laws but also on decisions made in previous cases. This idea helped create consistency in legal judgments and influenced many legal systems around the world. The modern court system. Today, courts are an essential part of the justice system in almost every country. They provide a structured and fair environment where disputes can be examined, evidence can be presented, and decisions can be made according to the law. Courts now exist at different levels, from lower courts handling minor disputes to higher courts dealing with serious criminal cases and constitutional issues. In Nigeria, for example, the court system includes institutions such as the Supreme Court of Nigeria, which serves as the highest court in the country. Why courts matter. The creation of courts changed the way societies handle conflict. Instead of relying on personal revenge or the decisions of powerful individuals, courts provide a structured and impartial system for resolving disputes. From the early days of village elders settling arguments to modern courtrooms where trained judges interpret complex laws, the court system has evolved to protect justice, fairness, and the rule of law. And it all began with a simple need shared by every society: the need for a fair way to decide who is right and who is wrong. Never forget to like and subscribe to EduCrim Lab for more educational videos.